Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on Twitter, GoPro, X, and CHK on a daily, weekly time frame. So Twitter continuing to see bearish action, and there is certainly no race to be buying for earnings at this point. It looks like a race to the exit. We have now seen how many red days in a row? We've got 8 red days in a row. That's a lot of red. That's a lot of bear volume, and that is a lot of people heading to cash before we see earnings come out. So where we stand right now, the bulls' only hope is a higher low on the weekly above 1657, and pretty much with earnings, we're going to be looking back up in the upper 18s or back down to the lower 16s, depending on what the reaction to earnings is. So again, the market sentiment right now, I don't need to know anything about the fundamentals of Twitter and the metrics that are measured in these earnings or anything about it. I can tell you that the market is not bullish heading into these earnings, and the market is not having high expectations. Doesn't mean we can't have a beat and a surprise, but I'm just saying that that is where we stand right now with 2 weeks of downside heading into earnings. GoPro on the daily, we got our bull break from a very tight range, and it happened with a gap up open. We had a downgrade, but it was completely disregarded, and we saw a big bull move, but we rejected right at resistance. 985 was the level to break. We did break it, but only by 1 penny, and then we quickly set a lower high and a lower low on the 5-minute time frame, which completely deflated momentum. That being said, considering the dump day we saw in the market overall, the bulls held up pretty well. We filled the gap back down, but they saw a strong close, and we now have a double top, 985 and 986, that has to break to be looking up at $10 psychological resistance. On top of that, middle Bollinger Band and 50-day moving average resistances are in play now, and the high of today pulled back just under that daily middle Bollinger Band. Weekly time frame, bullish reversal candlestick, a lot closer to being confirmed now. Ideally, by the end of Friday, the bulls will have broken 986 more clearly and seen a close above that level. That would be the ideal confirmation close on this weekly candlestick for GoPro. X on the daily time frame pulled back, filled a little gap at 2782, and the bulls bought the dip. So it was a significant pullback, but considering where we have come from over the past few days, certainly consolidation is due. And we pulled back 2.5+%. But like I said, the bulls did buy that dip, and we established a new higher low on the daily at 2782. If the bulls can make their way back into the $28 range, the mid $28 range, then we will be a bit more confident that our higher low has been established now at 2782, and we'll be looking back up to the recent high of 2894. Weekly time frame is potentially forming a bearish reversal candlestick, and because we have run for a month heading into this week, it will be easier for the bears to form this candlestick because they pretty much just have to stop here or lower over the next 2 days in terms of forming that bearish reversal candlestick. So we'll be looking for that to form, and really there's no concern for the bulls unless we see a break of the low of today, which would indicate a loss of the daily higher low pattern. If the low of today can hold, the daily higher low pattern will hold, and it will keep the bulls in full control overall. CHK, there's that dump. So the bulls, really their only chance for that higher low, they had 2 chances. This big bullish reversal hammer with no confirmation, and this big bullish reversal candlestick with no confirmation. So both times there was no follow through, no hope for the bulls, and we now broke down. So we hit 345, a clear bear break occurred at 355, pretty easy bear signal there, and just a short-term 10-cent gain to the downside. That's multiple percent, and just a nice quick flip. The bulls did buy the dip to a degree. You could argue this is a bullish reversal hammer, but as we know, the bulls have been really bad at confirming bullish reversal candlesticks. So the bears have all the momentum on CHK now. I was anticipating the weekly to form a higher low. It did not, but fortunately, there weren't many clear signals or fake out signals that would have us go into the trade and look for a bullish entry. So I was keeping an eye out for signs that the weekly higher low was forming, but the daily chart didn't really ever give us any confidence that that was the case. So that's where we stand heading into tomorrow. Twitter earnings are coming, and we'll see how the reaction to that goes. And from there, we'll be watching to see if GoPro bulls can make their way through that double top at 986. I appreciate you watching, and we will see you after hours tomorrow.